Hi, it's Maria from Still Dreaming Homestead. I just wanted to give you a middle of June update on my garden, and then I've got to fertilize it. But I've got a lot of work still to do in here. I weeded all 20 garden beds last night, watered them really good, so tonight will be a perfect time for the fertilizer to begin being absorbed. The kind I use is this right here, that Miracle-Gro. It's an organic, I do the organic one, and because part of my plants are kind of yellow, but I'm going to just walk you through real fast. I have one more pepper to plant. I just planted a few more things. I'll tell you about those. So part of the raspberries, oh look, these ones are blooming. But you notice their color is not green enough. So, but they're beginning to do okay. I just planted these little cantaloupes, and tonight I'll plant this sweet banana pepper. So, over here my cucumbers are really growing, and I've been working at getting them, tied up. All I have to do is get one of these little tendrils in there. Oops, I just ripped that one off. Well, tomorrow. Anyhow, the gourds, these are the birdhouse gourds. They're doing amazing. Really coming up a lot. These are my rutabagas. So I've never grown them before, but they're getting nice and big. Behind them, some of the cantaloupe. And then I think that's watermelon on the other side. Over here we have a row of watermelon, and the onions are coming up. And more melons. I think these are cantaloupes. These melons are doing really good. These are the Crimson Sweet, and they're just doing beautiful. More onions, and back there I have, I think, cantaloupe, and I have yellow wax beans, and I believe contender green beans. So the asparagus are all to fern. And I had a couple of purple cabbages, which do beautifully here, so I just poked them in. More melons. This is a purple potato. It's really getting huge. More melons. My comfrey is ready to cut. Peppers. Mine are finally beginning to grow, these little ones here, but I do believe I'll get fruit from them. These are all bell peppers because sweet peppers is what I like. In this bed, the beets are doing beautifully. Let's see. And it's interesting. They are, I don't know if you can tell by this, they are long cylinder beets. And I have been picking and eating carrots. Let's see if I can get one pulled up to show you. Oh, look, this one's pretty fancy. I usually pick them and just eat when I'm watering. Most of them are straight, but this one's hilarious. My tomatoes are blooming, and they are ready for me to stake them up, hopefully tomorrow. This one is a sun gold, and I've got a couple of paste ones. Basil's been doing pretty good, but I see something's getting it, and again, I need to fertilize these. More bell peppers, because that's my favorite pepper. And this bed is beautiful. Got a little dill in here. Some garlic. Look at this beautiful head of lettuce. I've been giving lettuce away as fast as I could. And beside that I have cauliflower, which also does very good here. So you see I just cut it near the ground and it'll re-go. This is some sort of marigold. Look how pretty this lettuce is. Isn't that gorgeous? Leaf lettuce of all sorts. I have a little bit of romaine planted and it will last longer. And of course I stuck in some melons to grow up this. I'll have to get an extender. Over here on the right hand side I have my cauliflower. Like I said, it does beautiful here. And my purple cabbage. And it's beginning to head. There's a few little carrots stuffed in here. More dill. Some flowers. This bed has, of course, more melons at the back, which will grow up this trellis. Onions. I planted, I think, Petersons or Pattersons, which are long storage. And I also planted red and my little celery. This greenhouse seems to be the perfect location for sweet potatoes. But boy, do I need to get it cleaned up. It's a mess. In all of my blueberry beds, I decided to go ahead and plant potatoes. So here you can see we have purple ones. Look how, and I fertilized this one. This one takes a lot of fertilizer. Where this, can you see this one here? Not as much. Looks like a little watermelon there. Some more plants. Found my wheelbarrow. Isn't that funny? I was looking for it earlier. More blueberries. I've fertilized these once. You can see they really need it again. And the potatoes are growing between them. Same thing here. A lot of my blueberries aren't going to fruit this year. They just got too neglected last year, but this one's doing beautiful. This tall one is one of my new ones. I'll get a few from it. Potatoes are coming up. These are obviously white potatoes. I tried to overwinter in an unheated greenhouse. My citrus, the Mexican lime, and the navel orange died. And my Meyer lemon barely made it, but it's still alive. And of course here you can see more blueberries. Look at this one's just loaded. And potatoes. I'm sorry you didn't get to see this peony. It was gorgeous, beautiful white. I'd never seen one like it. So this is my Amish pie pumpkins. And I'm hoping they do well. And some zucchini, which is growing nicely. I got to get this big cattle panel off here, but I haven't decided where it's going yet. In this bed, I planted some strawberries that came from in a package. They were just roots, so I'm waiting to see if they come up. And my strawberries are beginning to do good. I've eaten actually several of them. They've been so nice and sweet. And what makes me happy is they're beginning to get runners. So maybe by the end of this season, this bed will be full. That would be nice. This area is potatoes. It's a very large area. sunflowers, excuse me. And I've got my roses. Pink. This one here, it needs fertilized too, is Jacob's Coat. Starts off really light. These flowers are very small right now, like this. And the older it gets, the darker it gets. I love this yellow rose. Look at the color. Nice looking sunflower. Spent blooms. But here's a promise of a new one. Looks like a totally different one. It's cool. I wish you could smell these. These are the most fragrant red roses. More red roses. Hollyhocks. Borscht, which I need to pull up some more of. Pink roses. More hollyhocks. New baby artichoke. Ooh, I gotta get out here and pick these. They look pretty. And my rhubarb. Well, I just wanted to give you the garden tour. I've got to get fertilizing now. I want to pray blessings on you and yours, in your house, out of your house, in the day and the night. Whatever you do, keep dreaming. All right, I hope you enjoyed this garden video. Bye-bye. Look at these dirty hands. I've been gardening.